In 753 BC, a city was founded by two fighting brothers. This city would soon expand into an empire that would take over the Italian peninsula and soon all of the Mediterranean. They would conquer Europe, West Asia, and Northern Africa, with outside pressure pushing them to conquer more land. With the strongest army of its time and brilliant military leaders, it would become one of the largest empires in history, Rome, and how it expanded.
Hello, my name is Keely Olson, and I am from Yale University.
My name is Shaffer, and I am from Harvard University. Today we are standing in the ruins of the greatest city in history, Rome.
Although Rome was a superpower in the Mediterranean, its large size made it hard to continue to have a stable government, maintain unity among the people, and protect the borders of this great empire. Today we will be learning about this vast empire of Rome. Let's get to it.
Rome supposedly began with two brothers, Romulus and Remus. As legend goes, these two brothers were abandoned in a river and raised by a she-wolf.
The brothers began the foundations of Rome. Romulus killed Remus in a battle for power and continued to expand his fierce city. As you can see, Rome originated from a place of rivalry and violence, which may help to explain the uprising of Rome.
The Romans slowly began to expand in neighboring territories and conquer neighboring people. Group after group fell under control of Roman power, and Rome quickly dominated the Italian peninsula, which the Etruscans and Latins previously controlled.
The Punic Wars began in 264 BCE between the Romans and the Carthaginians.
The First Punic War began after Rome became involved in Sicily, a territory possessed by Carthage. Rome's victory in this First Punic War left Carthage hungry for revenge. A brilliant military leader from Carthage retaliated in a notable way. This military genius was named Hannibal. Hannibal boldly assembled a large amount of men and supplies and decided to attack Rome from the north. This meant passing through the Alps. The ambitious general led elephants, horses, and soldiers through the treacherous terrain and reached the other side of the mountains, with reduced numbers, but successfully nonetheless. Hannibal and his troops managed to conquer many small settlements on the peninsula, but failed to conquer the city of Rome itself. The Romans decided to retaliate by attacking the city of Carthage. The Romans raided the city and took all surviving inhabitants into slavery. It is also said that the Romans spread salt on the land so that no crops would grow in Carthage.
These battles are prime examples of Rome's power. Rome now controlled more Carthaginian land than ever. However, the battle for power and dominance in land was just beginning.
Many Roman leaders were confined to battle just to gain land. One of the most successful military leaders was Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar managed to conquer land throughout the Mediterranean by various methods. Julius Caesar's military conquests allowed him to gain power in Gaul, which included sections of present-day France, Belgium, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and Germany. Julius spent many years fighting in Gaul and had many loyal soldiers that fought by his side. Julius Caesar also gained land in the eastern Mediterranean in a similar manner. Caesar's military might greatly explain the borders of Rome. Although Julius Caesar's military skill is undeniable, he also managed to gain land in a more peaceful manner. Julius Caesar had a relationship with Cleopatra, who was the leader of Egypt at the time. The relationship between these strong leaders allowed Julius Caesar to gain control of the lands surrounding the Nile with no bloodshed.
Through fighting and master negotiation, the Roman Empire continued to grow and flourish. However, many other factors contributed to the rise of this powerful civilization, one of which was the impressive roads that were constructed throughout the empire.
A vast system of roads was constructed in Rome, which allowed many benefits to this great empire.
First of all, constructing the network of roads in Rome provided jobs for many citizens, which helped manage the gap between rich and poor. In addition, the road system allowed for rapid transport of goods. This allowed the trade in Rome to flourish, which boosted the economy. The roads also allowed troops to move from location to location extremely quickly, which helped to protect the borders of Rome.
In addition to an advanced network of roads, the Roman treatment of conquered peoples made the expansion and maintenance of Rome much more simple.
The Romans were very generous with the people that they conquered. Many of those that they conquered were allowed to gain citizenship in Rome.
This increased the population of Rome, which made tax contributions much larger. These funds were used to support the military and better the condition of the Roman Empire. Many large public buildings were built, including public baths, from tax money. These public buildings kept citizens happy with their quality of life in Rome. Conquered peoples also were allowed to continue following their current laws and customs. This policy prevented rebellions among conquered people. The generous treatment of conquered peoples allowed the Romans to maintain control over diverse groups.
While Rome managed to control many diverse groups for a long time, it quickly became challenging to maintain unity among such a large population of different people. The empire even ended up dividing into two sections because of the differences in opinion among the people. Different groups had different ideas about the way they thought the empire should function. This made maintaining unity throughout the empire nearly impossible. One clear manifestation of this was in the government of Rome. After Rome had reached its largest scale, it became clear that becoming into a political compromise was going to be a challenge. The government was filled with corruption as people struggled to protect certain groups that they most valued. In addition, Rome had a single leader, which of course could not please everyone or every citizen. Many citizens were unhappy with the political situation. This reduced the amount of loyalty within the empire and affected the military of Rome. Since people were fairly unattached to the fate of Rome, they were not willing to fight for it. Rome's large borders required a large army which the empire could just not coordinate. This allowed for outside groups like the Germans and Huns to claim Roman lands. Defending the vast empire proved to be too much, as troops simply could not travel from border to border in large enough numbers to protect the empire. The empire also proved to have economic flaws. As the empire declined, precious metals became more rare, which discouraged the use of precious metals and coins. This lessened the value of a Roman coin and led to inflation in the empire. The lack of value of the Roman coin also made outside groups reluctant to trade with Rome, as they understood that Roman currency was nearly worthless. This economic crisis left many citizens without necessary provisions. The huge population of Rome required a high amount of production in order to provide for all the people. However, Romans became challenged in providing enough food for everyone. Many people faced famine as crop production slowed. Malnutrition also left many Romans in the cities vulnerable to diseases that spread like wildfires. The dense populations in the cities of Rome were extremely vulnerable to illnesses. Many Romans died due to illnesses, and that left Rome in a place of chaos.
As we stand in the ruins of this great city, it makes it easy to appreciate the legacy that Rome left behind.
Although Rome was a superpower in the Mediterranean area, its large size made it difficult to maintain unity among the people, protect the borders, and maintain a stable government.
Again, I'm Keely Olson from Yale University.
And I am Maya Shaffer from Harvard University.
Thank you for joining us today on our conquest of Rome.
Until next time.
It's our documentary.